Good evening. Happy almost New Year, everybody. I'm Doug Williams in for Christine Johnson tonight. The countdown is on to 2026. Thousands are already, of course, lining up in Times Square for tonight's celebration. And if you're heading out, be prepared for the bitter cold and the chance for some snow. Here's a live look at Times Square right now from Chopper 2. You can see the ball all lit up there. And we've got team coverage tonight. Naveen Dhaliwal is live for us in Times Square. Let's begin, though, with meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch in for Scott Paget tonight with our New Year's Eve forecast. An important one, Vanessa.
And a cold one at that. Love to see the ball. Looks fabulous. Maybe with some snowflakes on there. Looks good, and it certainly is predicting what's to come. A live look for you right now. We've got increasing clouds, 29 degrees. Feels like 15. What can you expect as we make our way toward midnight and beyond? Here's a look at your first alert New Year's forecast. It is going to be cold, as mentioned, and yes, we're tracking some snowflakes as well. We're looking at 31 degrees at 10 p.m., feeling like 24. At the stroke of midnight, it is 30 degrees, feeling like 24, and yes, there's about a 40% chance of snow showers. By 2 a.m., 30 feels like 22 degrees. Now, we talked about how this is one of the coldest New Year's in years. Here are the stats. The last time the stroke of midnight was below 35 degrees was when we rung in 2018. It was 9 degrees then. As far as the warmest, it was 58 degrees. That happened in 72 and 65. The coldest 1 degree in 1917. So thankfully not that cold tonight. And the snowiest 4 inches fell. Now, we're not talking about 4 inches of snow tonight, but we are talking about the chance for some snow to land and ultimately accumulate in minor fashion. At 10 p.m., there's a 20% chance of some flakes flying. 11 p.m., 20% chance. 12 a.m., 40% chance of a snow shower dropping snow in Times Square. As we make our way 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., the chances really dwindle. But then, as we approach daybreak, what we're seeing 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., there's a pretty potent line of snow that will sweep across the region. It may very well result in that quick accumulation of a coating to an inch across much of the region. And then it's out of here, and your New Year's Day is oh so much colder. So we'll talk about just how cold it stays throughout the first week of 2026 and my full first alert forecast. Doug, back to you.
Vanessa, I have to say, because you're saying it's flurries, snow showers, I think we're all rooting for some snow as the clock strikes midnight. It would be quite a visual as the ball's dropping for snow to be falling as well.
Confetti and snow.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. All right, Vanessa, thank you. We'll check back in with you again shortly. Now let's get out live to Naveen Dhaliwal. She's in Times Square, where the crowds have, of course, gathered for tonight's ball drop. Naveen, how are things going there?
Well, Doug, I can tell you, I don't think anyone here wants that snow, even though it may be coming our way. Less than 6 hours to go. I want to show you where the ball is at this time. It was just risen up to the location where it's supposed to be, and then, of course, it will drop down at the strike of midnight. Now, down here on street level, want to show you, crowds are in their pants. We have tens of thousands of people already here, while others are making their way here to Times Square, which is the biggest New Year's Eve party in the country. People are waiting in their designated areas. They're bundled up, and with so many crammed up in one area, of course, this should be no surprise to any of you. The NYPD says there's no credible threat, but security is very tight, and they are prepared for anything. Officials say uniformed and plainclothes officers will be amongst the crowds, along with specialized units, including the bomb squad, K-9 units, and helicopters, and heavy weapons teams, to name a few. The NYPD says spectators will be screened getting into the viewing area, and maybe again once they're inside the perimeter if they need to be. And once you leave, you can't come back in.
This is our first time in New York, so we're pumped to just be down here and get a spot and see all of this and just be a part of it.
Very high energy, very high stakes. We're like pumped, we're ready. I got this crochet scarf, I got this heat tech beanie, I'm wearing like 3 layers of clothing, I got a sweater, I got my Timbs on.
We are so excited. Happy New Year for everyone.
And there are some items that you cannot bring into this perimeter. That includes large bags, coolers, backpacks, as well as lawn chairs. But I can tell you there's alcohol as well. So guzzle that beer before you get here. As far as what these people do have, I can tell you they do have their mittens. You just heard them. Their scarves, their warmers, anything to keep them as warm as possible as these temperatures are going to drop. But right now, I think the really focus is to have a good time, and they're prepared to have that. We're live in Times Square. Naveen, Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York. Doug?
And in addition to all those items you mentioned that people have with them, Naveen, it appears massive Planet Fitness hats are scattered throughout the crowd.
Yes.
These purple hats. Everyone looks like they're having a blast. I always admire the folks that stand out there in the cold for such a special moment on a special night. Naveen, thank you. We will want to, of course, be aware of street closures in Midtown tonight. That includes 6th Avenue to 8th Avenue, from 42nd Street to 57th Street, as well as 42nd Street in both directions from 5th Avenue to 9th Avenue. By the way, you can stream the ball drop on CBS News New York beginning at 10:30 tonight, right after an early edition of our late local news. And you can watch New Year's Eve live, Nashville's Big Bash, tonight on CBS.